Hi guys, here I'm fighting Strige. I'm looking at all kinds of replays. I have a lot of them, so please bear with me. Um, I haven't seen these in a few days, so I have to check. Well, here you see the bomber is hunting my grenadier and I'm trying to save it in the hope that my skyfighter gets there in time, but it doesn't. I still have problems with the Athena, and that's because the Athena does so much damage against my buggies. Luckily, I had a disarm there, but now it's gonna be a little bit worse. And I've noticed that a level 8 Athena one-shots the shield of a level 7, but doesn't lose its own shield. So you can use a level 8 Athena to counter a level 7. So look at those Athena damage. The Athenas are so good against me. I really have to change something. And in all the battles that you will see me playing, you will see that I have more trouble with the Athenas than I know what to do with. So that's a learning curve for me, how to fight Athenas from the other players. Well, that was the first battle. I got loads to go, so let's go to the next. I'm gonna... let me see. No, that's strategy. And then we have... let me see. Here we have Dykes, which... Dykes is another player. He had a lot of points, so I was expecting somebody with high level units, but I think he didn't have that high level units. Look what he's doing here. He keeps his grenadiers together, so I just sacrifice my one grenadier to one-shot two grenadiers of his side. I'll use the buggies to do some damage, and here he tries to kill my buggy with his antimatter. I don't think that's a good idea. It just costs too much for what it did. You can use your antimatter better than that. But looking at his list, he only uses one item that slows or stuns enemies, and the rest are damaging spells. I'm not a fan of damaging spells. You have your units to do damage, and your support weapons. In my opinion, you need two support weapons that disable the other side, and one support weapon that enables your side. So what kind of units of support weapons are that? Well, you could like the invulnerability or the invisibility, or oh, that's Dykes already. Here we're fighting intrudes. These kinds of the heal. If you're using heavy units like tanks and destroyers, a heal is a really good one. I think for a lot of players, the correct use of antimatter is the biggest game-changing idea that you have to have. You saw me making here a huge mistake. I lost my grenadier for really nothing. That's just bad. They've made a new update about where antimatter spawns, and I sometimes have the feeling people really don't understand antimatter spawning all that well. Since the new update, antimatter only spawns on locations on the map that are fixed, that are equally far between bases. So that means on this map, from all the way to the top left, and then in a straight line to the bottom right. In that line, you can see here in the bottom right, that line, there will the antimatter spawn. So you can understand, you can anticipate where they will come. That means that sometimes it's smart to keep a unit there to grab the antimatter, seeing as antimatter is one of the most important items. This map is kind of open, so it has a lot of spawn points, but there are some places, some maps, that have really few spawn points. I had a fight with Disc on such a map, and there I could know exactly where it would spawn. So this is a battle against Shablitz. And Shablitz is a really good player. I can't say anymore. And here you can see my mistake. So what Shablitz does is he just pokes his grenadier a little bit to the front and retreats it back. The other buggy goes around, and I'm not quite sure what the third buggy does. I thought I would make a big punch, and here you can see what my big punch does. Not so much. And to be honest, I've already lost the game here. It's just over. I can't do anything anymore. He has the whole midfield, you can see. There's no way for me to get back into the game. With the new antimatter spawning, look what he's doing. He's keeping all his units on the places where the antimatter can go. Why would he attack? He doesn't need to. He can just wait out all the antimatter and win because of that. And now slowly we will push on my generators. But still, don't go all overboard. Go carefully, go slowly, grab the antimatter. Whatever I do, it won't be enough. And that's how you win. So this is a perfect example. Okay, that was my first antimatter. I have one antimatter. And I used it to EMP. And it was fun, but it doesn't do anything anymore. He just has map control. And that's the name of the game. Get the control over the map. You don't need control. You don't need to damage generators that much. You just need to have control over the map. So that was a perfect game from Shablitz. I think my video is long enough now. So I'm gonna put a cut in here and start a new one because I still have like 3 or 4 battles to play.